What is up, guys? Somehotcookies here, and today we will be talking about what Kronika's possible role is throughout the story of Mortal Kombat 1. If you guys are hyped for Mortal Kombat 1 being out soon, make sure to show it off by hitting that like button, and for all last second updates, the second they're officially revealed, Day 1 Mortal Kombat 1 content, and a collector's edition unboxing, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any of the previously mentioned content. On top of this, we now have an official Discord server that is free to join as of right now, so if you're a fan of Mortal Kombat or a fan of the channel in general, make sure to join so you can keep up to date on new videos being released, streams, and when we're going live, and the new content that's currently being worked on behind the scenes before it's even released. The link for the Discord server will be at the very top of the description down below. Now, without further ado, let's get into Kronika's possible new roles in the story of Mortal Kombat 1. In Mortal Kombat 1's Chapter 1 gameplay, which was released after the Rulers of Outworld trailer reveal during Gamescom, we see none other than Kronika reveal herself to a freshly beaten down, snake oil pushing Shang Tsung in what seems to be his introduction into the story of Mortal Kombat 1. The way I personally see it, Kronika can have 3 different roles in the story of Mortal Kombat 1. Role 1 I would designate as the revenge role, role 2 would be the Damashi role, and role 3 would be the Shang Tsung role. Although I know these all sound like delicious additions to a sushi restaurant, let me go into details and outlines as to how each role would work out. With role 1, Revenge, we could see Kronika somehow having memories of the events that unfolded during Mortal Kombat 11. Not too much unlike Garrus, except there is the possibility that maybe he was just filled in on what happened in the last timeline in this timeline by Fire God Liu Kang. If somehow she does have the memories of the canon timeline from MK11 or learned about it in some way, it is possible that she would harbor a grudge and want to take down the heroes. We don't know to what extent Liu Kang altered Kronika's destiny to be, as referenced by Garrus in the Keepers of Time trailer.
When you restarted history, you altered the destinies of certain malefactors to neutralize them.
But with Shang Tsung being one of the biggest problems and malefactors not being outright killed and in essence taken care of, we can assume he did something similar to Kronika. And in this scenario, she would probably know she wasn't strong enough last time, so Kronika would know she would need to gather some of the hero's strongest opponents to stand a chance. Think something akin to the lines of the Sinister Six from Spider-Man, or some might even say, a deadly alliance. And because of this, she would not only recruit Shang Tsung into her new version of the Deadly Alliance, but possibly everyone we know to be a villain in Mortal Kombat 1's roster as of right now as well, leading to a potential all-out battle involving the 2 factions towards the end. With role 2, or the Damashi role, we could see Kronika being the new vessel for Onaga, or the person that he crafted Damashi to look like. If she were in fact to be the new Damashi in this timeline and would now be leading Shang Tsung through what to do, this would also beg the question if Shang Tsung would now be going on the quest to claim all the various Komidogus, or if there is a new thing Onaga would need done. Also, Kronika's verbiage when talking to Shang Tsung during the Chapter 1 gameplay opening cinematic seems very Onaga-esque when Kronika essentially makes him an offer Shang Tsung can't refuse. Along with this, in Mortal Kombat Deception, when Shujinko and Damashi are talking for the first time, he even mentions that if he were to refuse Damashi's role as a champion, he would probably just choose a friend of his who pretends to be like Shang Tsung to do the journey instead. Meaning Damashi or Onaga had already considered a Shang Tsung alternate to be his champion in the past. On top of this begs the question, is it possible that Damashi has a true form? During Deception, he was portrayed as a ball of light, but would Damashi actually have his own form? And if so, would that make Damashi the actual final roster slot? If you want to see everyone I think is going to be filling the final roster spots and cameo roster spot, I'll link that video in the description down below. If Damashi still doesn't have a true form and is still just Onaga's avatar, does that mean he could change the appearance at will to fool different people? Funnily enough, this actually segues into the final role I predict Kronika could have, which would be the Shang Tsung role. Now, this was actually a theory built upon and brought forward to me by a viewer named HateTheGame84. He proposed to me Kronika is not Kronika, but Shang Tsung disguising as her, and states why would Kronika help someone else who also killed her in another timeline, which in my opinion is a very good point. He also states although we think of Liu Kang winning being the only canon timeline, it's possible that both are canon, but we are only directly experiencing Liu Kang's winning timeline. And the Shang Tsung that won has infiltrated this timeline where Liu Kang won to corrupt it. And the reason he approached himself as Kronika was because he knew a younger self wouldn't trust a different version of himself because he knows himself to be a trickster. Personally, I think this is a great theory, and to take it a step further, I believe this could create the insane ending that Ed Boon has been teasing in countless interviews leading to the launch of the game. If somehow Kronika is in fact Shang Tsung in disguise, and maybe he disguises himself as different people throughout the story, this could ultimately lead to the timelines converging, and having an insane ending of something akin to Soul God Shang Tsung and Fire God Liu Kang teeing up a battle as old as time itself. It could be Liu Kang versus Shang Tsung for the final battle to save not only the world, but every timeline known in existence. This could lead to something like an Avengers Endgame level event where last second you have people coming in from the past timeline or a completely new timeline to help. And this could possibly be how you open up the invasions mode as well. Because of this timeline rippling battle taking place, maybe the timelines become unstable and that leads to invasions mode being unlocked after beating the main game. And that's how we get different timeline versions of fighters coming into the mix of Mortal Kombat 1. If you guys want to see everything we currently know about Invasions mode, I'll link that in the description below as well. Which of these roles do you think she will have in Mortal Kombat 1, if any? And if you don't think any of these will be Kronika's role, what role do you think she will play in the story? Let me know in the comment section down below. If you guys found the video entertaining or informational, please consider hitting that like button as it would help me out tremendously. And of course, to keep up to date with all Mortal Kombat 1 news, updates, theories, trailer breakdowns, and early release day content starting on the 14th, make sure to subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to catch you guys next time. Peace!